Hello everyone, once again it's the Psalmist. Welcome to today's episode of my answer on Quora. On today's episode, the question that I have, the question that I'm gonna answer, the question reads, sorry, the question says, what would you suggest to your best friend if he or she told you their spouse was cheating on them? So the person wants to know what kind of suggestion would I make if my friend came and told me that their spouse was cheating on them? So the answer reads, I would suggest that they confront their spouse, but without coming down on them like a ton of bricks, by asking questions like, what is it that they find in the other person that they are cheating with that they cannot get or make for themselves in their real relationship? It is through this line of questioning that one gets to determine the real cause of the cheating. It is through this line of questioning that one gets to determine the real cause of the cheating. For some people who get cheated on actually do contribute to their spouse cheating on them. Realize that I'm not saying that the cheater is correct in their cheating ways. They need to correct and reform their relationship if there is anything wrong. What I'm saying is that the cheater may be reacting to the real issues in the relation. And when out of anger the victim walks away, they take that problem with them. This is why a person can move from one spouse to another and wonder why all their spouses keep cheating on them. A man might neglect his health and becomes lackluster in bed and unable to satisfy his wife. When the wife complains about it, his response does not solve the problem, but maybe paints the wife as a sex-hungry person. A woman may use sex to try to control the man, in which when she does not get her way with her husband, she denies him sex. So the only way the husband can get sex if he does everything that the wife wants. Then what should happen when what the wife wants is unreasonable? Do you see the problem here? So the man might look for sex elsewhere. This is not to say that the one that cheats is right, as I've already mentioned. Cheating on your spouse cannot be justified in any way. But I'm just indicating what can be the possible causes. So when the root of the cheating are eliminated, there cannot be any more cheating. Infidelity in cheating is a mere result of what has already happened in the relationship. Until people get to the root of what is causing the cheating, there will always be heartbreak and bitterness, both in men and women. Yeah, that is the answer that I've given, and that is what I think should be done. Sometimes it's easy to just say, friend, just leave the guy or leave the husband or leave the woman. That's the easy thing to say. But what we do not realize that cheating is not actually an act. Cheating in any relationship is a reaction. Cheating in when you are thinking about leaving your work, trying to find a job somewhere else in another company, you're actually just saying that I'm no longer happy in this company for whatever the reason may be. You see, the reason why you're going over newspaper trying to find a job somewhere else is a reflection of your unhappiness. So the cause of you reading over newspapers, reading over classifieds, trying to find where you can find a better job for however you define better as, is because you're not happy in your job. If you were happy, you wouldn't even go to the classified. If you're happy, you won't even think about what other companies may offer to you. So in the same vein, even in a love relation, even in marriage, a man or a woman will cheat not as an action but as a reaction of what is already occurring in the relationship, what is already going on in a relationship. The reason why a woman will start even looking at other men is because there's some kind of unhappiness or lack of joy in her own marriage. That's why she's looking at what other men can offer, the same way as a person will look at what other companies can offer. You see, so when they cheat, yes, they're wrong, and then there's nothing which can justify their cheating ways. There's nothing which can justify their infidelity. But leaving them, just walking away and getting a divorce, does not solve the problem. Because as I've already mentioned, some of the problem that can make a spouse cheat. What if you are a controlling woman? What if you are a healthy man who, does not sexually desire his wife? And sex is very important in a marriage. The very act of sex is what strengthens the marriage. Marriage becomes marriage because of the sex. So if a woman feels like you're not sexually attracted to her, you're not attracted, you're not doing anything to show any kind of passion towards her, she may desire sex, and because you're not giving it, she may try to look at it another man who can give it. And then if you think, oh, she cheated on me and I'm walking away, and then you go into another marriage, and then because you're carrying this problem with you in which you are not attracted sexually to your spouse, to your wife, and then you continue with it, that you're not doing anything to sexually please your wife, and then the second wife does the same thing, and you're worried, but why do women keep cheating on me? It's not that they are right, because what they should be doing is that they should be telling you and saying that, you know what, I think that our sex life is bad, and I don't feel valued, I don't feel like I'm wanted, I don't feel desired in this relationship. We need to do something. So if it's a health issue, you can change your diet, you can exercise, and then you can regain your desire for your wife. And if it's for a woman, you can desire her desire. She can regain her desire for her husband. The problem is solved, and the marriage is strengthened, even after the cheat is already occurred. Because the thing is that you're trying to solve a problem, you're not trying to get rid of the problem. You see, so if when you find out what the cause is, and then you know that this could be solved. If it's me, and I know that I'm not really healthy person, I don't exercise, and because of that, my body just doesn't function correctly, and I have no sexual desire to my wife. And as she mentioned this and said, we haven't been passionate with each other for the past 2 weeks or the past 2 months. And I want to, but every time I try to make a move, you always brush me off, or you always fail to perform. We must do something. And then that's when we can start to see what causes this thing, what causes a man or a woman not to be sexually attracted to their spouse. Then we find a solution and we solve it, and we rebuild the marriage, and then it goes back to the way it was when we got married, when we were happy, when we decided that we were going to get married. Do you see? So that's how I would advise my friend. Don't just quit. Don't just walk away. Try to find out what is it that person is bringing, because it's impossible that your wife can just wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm gonna cheat on my husband, or I'm gonna do this thing that she knows is gonna cause pain, and that she know might even cause you to leave her. And then she decides that she's gonna do that for the sake of pleasure. There's no such a thing. No woman does that. No man just wake up one day and say, I'm gonna cheat on my wife. No, it's a process. It's a process of not feeling happy, and then starting to look outside for happiness, and eventually there's something which may offer the happiness, and then you act outside, and then at the end the result is the pain that is caused by cheating. But even in pain, you must not make a decision of leaving. You must go through the pain, get healing, get help if you need help, and then when you are ready to confront the situation, so you can find the cause, and then you can deal with the cause. And if it's a cause that you can solve, then you should consider forgiving and solve the problem and rebuild your marriage. Because the mistake of cheating is just a mistake like any other mistake, you see, and it must be treated as such. It's infidelity, it's adultery, it's a sin, but it's just a sin like any other sin which the Lord forgives. And if we are commanded to forgive even your enemy, what about your wife, who for now, because of her cheating ways, or your husband, who for now, because of his cheating ways, has become your enemy? Should you not forgive them and rebuild the relationship as God would have forgiven you and rebuild the relationship? Yeah, that's how I would have advised my friend. And hopefully, I hope if I had such a friend who went through the situation, can take my advice and do like the advice that I'm giving. So if you're listening and watching and you feel like you could have given a different answer or a better answer, you can leave your comment below. You can also like this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can receive more content like this. Thank you for listening.